GOVO, we back again, going
Hey, sickity.
Yes, sickity. Please don't make me freestyle. Your girl is gonna go wild. That's all I got. Once I got 2 rhyming words, I'm done. It's a Run Out with your girl Rocky B. Each and every Monday right here, 100.9 FM from 4 to 6. Rocking with my boy DJ Stunt. And I got the infamous celebrity photographer, Mr. Good News in the building.
Yep.
Good News. Before I start, why do you spell news with a K?
We spell news with a K because I'm I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay.
And the KNEWS actually stands for Caning Noops Excite with Style. And because I'm a cane master for my fraternity, so back in 2006, 2007, one of my big bros, shout out to Antoine Stiff, he gives a lot of people nicknames, and I'm just a positive person. When I used to come around, he just started calling me Good Brother Good News as a joke. Like, oh, here comes Good Brother Good News again. Here comes Good Brother Good News. And he started saying it around everybody, girls, other bros, people, and then they just thought my name was Good News, so it just stuck.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, hold on. I thought you were just being fancy when you added the K, but there's a real legitimate story behind this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's real dope. That's real dope.
When I was trying to find a name for Good News Photography, I swear I went through every name except for Good News. I didn't want to call it Good News because Good News is my nickname. I'm like, I don't want to call it Good News because that sounds, I don't know, it's me. I don't want to call it that. But then at the end, I just said, forget it. I'm just gonna call it Good News Photography, and it was a blessing in disguise. So yeah. I'm glad I stuck with it.
Definitely. How did you even start doing photography? Was it a passion? You took a selfie one day?
I got into it by accident. So, big shout out to my bros in Ohio, ZZ Bros, Corey, E. We had a company called Frontwork Entertainment in Ohio, and we had models for Frontwork. And at the time, we had a photographer that we were dealing with. He wasn't practicing good business practices at the time, so we kind of parted ways with that photographer. And during the time, we didn't have anybody else to shoot our models because we had models signed to our company. So I played around with it at a couple of different shoots. And I said, you know what? Until we could find another photographer, I'll just do it until we can find somebody else. And then lo and behold, I just fell in love with the craft, and here I am today.
Now you're the man.
Now you're the man.
I was with him.
Ken was with me from the start.
Yeah, so you guys go way back.
Yeah, we go way back. From before photography.
So are you originally from Rochester or are you from Ohio?
I'm from Ohio, but I really say I'm from Rochester and Ohio because I spent half of my life in Rochester and half of my life in Ohio. My mom is from Rochester. My dad is from Ohio. Right.
Okay. So before we continue, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Kevin Mays, aka you can follow me on Instagram at InCrowdKool. That's NCROWDKOOL. And I'm a little fuck in the movie Rent a Ride. So that is I.
Okay, that is you. Thank you.
That is I.
So Good News. I've never interviewed you before.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna take it back. When did you get your first celebrity client?
Ooh.
Who was your first celebrity client?
Who was my first celebrity client? Let me think.
It's been so many.
Good. Yeah, it's a good question. I'm trying to think who was the very first person. I mean, I think if you count concerts, like I started off shooting a lot of concerts for artists. So like Fabulous was like one of the first people I got a chance to shoot. Fab, Jadakiss actually might be like one of the very first I really worked with, like going to his video shoot, being one of the behind the scenes photographers for his video shoot and stuff like that. So big shout out to my boy Imani. Imani's from Rochester. That's how I was able to get the opportunity. And with the music corner, Ronnie and Bobby and Keys, my boy Ill Will, Gary, all those dudes, they were the one that put me on to that situation. So yeah, being a part of that was like the first person I was able to shoot. And he's a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite rappers. So that was like surreal being able to be a part of that. But then from there, I just been blessed to work with a number of different celebrities. Kyrie Irving, Machine Gun Kelly, the mayor of Rochester. Me and her work together all the time. Big shout out to Lovely Warren. She's one of my favorite people to work with, doing great things for the city. So yeah, I've been blessed to work with a lot of different people.
So did you even see
big shout out to Sania Sama. Just did her photo shoot literally before I came here.
Yes, you did her maternity
shoot. Basketball Wives Season 6. So that's another celebrity I just got done working with.
And she drove up here to get shot by Good News.
Yep. The amount of people that know Good News downstate, it ain't even funny. Like, I'll be hearing the name, and I move around downstate, so when I hear the name, I'll be like,
I wear my Good News shirt.
I don't even say I know him. I'll be like, that's the news doing this thing.
I'm working, man. I'm
like
working,
he be doing
man.
his thing on the sneak and he leave out and go do things and come back and don't be telling nobody. I be like, shh, he moving.
I stay humble with it, man, because as quick as God give it to you, quick you can take it away. So it's like, you know, you can't stop working. You can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable. You got to figure out new ways to constantly reinvent yourself and figure out what you want to do next that other people are not doing that's in your lane. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to figure out what other photographers aren't doing and then try to do that.
I feel you because now a lot of people are trying to dive into media and, you know, there's a lot of competition coming up. So
stop it, Rocky.
Okay. So
it's enough for everybody to eat, man. I think, especially with the game.
You see where I was going? Okay, okay. Halt.
Rocky was
pause. So you basically fell into photography.
Yeah.
It wasn't something you planned. So what were you gonna do if you weren't a photographer?
I have a bachelor's in psychology from Hampton University, so I got a bachelor's in psychology. I thought I was gonna go do clinical psychology. Honestly, that's what my plan was, and then I guess to kind of give you a little the rundown.
Wasted all the
rundown.
Wasted all that money.
It makes sense now,
I feel like college honestly is more about the experience and gaining life lessons and almost less about what you learn almost.
Because you never ever use what you go to school for.
But I've learned
just
learning about networking, how you treat people, the different situations you are put in college, because like that's the first time you're really on your own. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a learning experience, and I mean that helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the whole reason I kind of got into photography and got here, when I graduated from college, moved back to Ohio. My dad had a company called Stem Cell Authority Limited. We were the only black family in the stem cell banking industry, and my dad, before I became a part of it, my dad had the company for 10 years. You know.
Oh, so you got money.
Yeah.
Oh, you got money.
No, had money. Had money a lot.
They had exotic cars,
mansions. We had the frontwork mansion. It was an amazing time, but
so you a capper for real.
But unfortunately, after my dad took the company public, a certain amount of people tried to steal the company from him, and when that happened, I was making $75,000 a year at the time. I lost my paycheck, I lost my car, I got my car repossessed in front of all my friends.
That shit was
became homeless for a little while. I had to move back with my dad, and it got to a point where I called my mom. It was July 9th. I called my mom and said, "Mom, I can't take it anymore. I've been here for a little while. I just need to get out of Ohio for a little bit. I need to get around some different energy." I wasn't eating every day at my dad's house. Where my dad lived in Ohio compared to where my friends lived, it was like here to Buffalo almost, something like that. So it was hard to get to my friends and hard for my friends to get to meet at certain times.
So you were going through depression a little bit?
I wouldn't say depression, but I was going through a tough time. I wouldn't say depression because I never been a person to be like really down. You know what I'm saying? I just was trying to figure out what my next move was going to be. And because at the time I was trying to stick with my dad and stick with the company so he could secure new investments, because if that company would have took off, we would have been like extremely rich. Like my dad gifted all his kids 1 million shares in the company. It was about to go down. But unfortunately that wasn't the plan. God had me. So when I called my mom, she bought me a train ticket. I came down to Rochester with 4 outfits and my camera, and it turned into be a blessing in disguise. So I took all of the knowledge and everything I learned from working with my dad in Stem Cell Authority and what I learned throughout my life, and I applied it to photography when I started doing photography. Because when I came here, like I said, it was only supposed to be for 4 days. After 4 days, I called my dad. "Yo, what's going on, Dad? I'm ready to come back." He said, "Well, stay there with your mom. I know you're eating every day. Our license got turned off at the house at the time, so I think it's just better for you to be there at the time." I mean, it was going through, this was like a real struggle. So I said, "Okay, Dad, I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer." And after a month, and I realized I wasn't going back to Ohio, I said, "Okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I can't just live off my dad. live off my mom, you know what I'm saying? She works very hard what she does. I didn't want to be a burden." So I started kind of doing photography, because at the time I was just doing photography as a hobby. I was like, forget it, I'm just going to really jump into photography and see what I could do. So I started learning the craft. Any YouTube video I could watch about photography, reading books, everything I could do. Then I got a job at Sutherland, and when I started working at Sutherland,
you had a thought
I started
job.
bringing. I did. Everybody worked at Sutherland. Everybody worked at Sutherland one time.
Were you drinking strawberry
Ritas too? Slime Ritas, all that.
What is Sutherland? What's Sutherland?
Sutherland, it's like a call center.
It's a call
center where everybody works.
Yeah, we have one like that called Mortgage Zone.
Sutherland.
They on the breaks you go smoke and then come back and finish working.
That's the best job to have.
So even to this day, so what I used to do at Sutherland to build my photography company was because I was only using Sutherland as a tool to get to my next level. It was never supposed to be something that I was going to do permanently. I used Sutherland to make money to buy new photography equipment at the time and stuff like that. So what ended up happening is I brought my portfolio to work every day, was showing people my portfolio. I took a picture of the city, got it blown up, framed. I donated to Sutherland and still hanging up there till this day in the building of Sutherland. So, boom, the H&R program, H&R block, because tax season, it was like a tax season program, was over. I was about to get rehired, but people kept calling me to do photo shoots, but I never had time because Sutherland would work you like a slave. So I talked to my mom and said, Mom, I want to do photography, but I'd never have time to go shoot and do people's stuff because I'm always at work. She said, son, you can always go back to Sutherland. See where this photography thing could take you. She said, I'll give you some money for a couple weeks. I'll support you for a little while, but let's see what you can do. So as soon as she told me that, I just hit the ground running, and I never looked back. Then I was able to do and build what I
So you took that leap of faith. It just takes one person to believe in you, and you taking that leap of faith. Man,
it's not even one person to believe in you. You got to believe in yourself. Yeah. And once you believe in yourself, others will start to believe in you as well. So it's like it starts with that.
That's good news.
It starts with that.
Ooh, that's great. Hashtag. That was good news.
Hashtag good
that
news.
was good news. So now you took over the photography world. All right, so I did it, you guys. You know, I'm creating. Now I have created a platform for up and coming photographers. Mm-hmm. So to be a step ahead, I'm gonna do a movie. I'm gonna do a movie. That's a good news thought process. I'm gonna do a movie, and I'm gonna call it Rent a Ride because I couldn't rent a car. Take me through that process. Why did you decide? I know you've been working on this for some years.
So I got the idea of Rent a Ride in 2016, and when I get an idea and it sticks, like idea just won't leave my brain.
It's burning in you.
I just know that it's something special. So I got the idea of Rent a Ride. It just came to me so clear, and at first it just came to me as a story. I just would tell people, okay, I got an idea for this movie. This is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go. I didn't have a script written or anything like that. So then finally I'm like, okay, I gotta start actually putting this on paper. So I started putting it on paper. I actually wrote the whole movie in my iPhone. Started writing in my iPhone. And then my brother, big shout out to my brother Corday. Happy belated birthday, big bro. He is one of the people behind the scenes that actually made me responsible for who I am today in the photography world, because he's already in the media industry. He's been in it before me. He went to Full Sail University. He's a beast at what he does with video editing and stuff like that. So he basically was like, all right, these are the things you need to do. He was like, get the script. He's like, write it down. Write everything down as much as you can, and I'm going to put it in a script format for you. So I wrote the movie, like I said, I wrote the movie on my iPhone. I sent it to him. He sent me the script back in in the script format, how it's supposed to be. And then he also got one of his film company that he has and he works with. He got them to basically give me like a treatment, which would show that basically breaks down all the days we would shoot, everything, how we got to shoot and stuff like that. So, but their quote was like, he was like, this is a real movie quote. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, you don't have the money for this. It was like $320,000 to actually do what they wanted me to do. So I was like, woo, I don't have that kind of money. So I started trying to find people in Rochester that do it. I found somebody for about $120,000. And at that point I said, okay, we need to figure out something else. So I just started putting together all my resources, put it out on paper, because I seen this entrepreneur, and this is what sparked me to really go forward with the movie. He said, for what you're doing, you don't need money. You need a better plan. Message. He was like, most people that say they need money for something and then they finally get it, they usually blow it because they really don't know what to do with it. If you're a real hustler and you're a real businessman, you'll find the money. You'll find a way to do it. And I was like, you're right. You know what I'm saying? I'll just have to figure it out. So basically, I started putting all my resources together. Started meditating on it, visualizing exactly kind of the things I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, stuff like that. And then the creator just been bringing things in my path to make it happen. For example, we had the doctor scene. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps asking me, how do you get these locations? Like I said, I just attracted it. Like, I did a photo shoot for Rochester Women's Magazine of this doctor. He loved the photos. And I was scared at the time. I said, I'm like, yo, kid, do you mind if I shoot a scene of my movie here? I showed him what I was doing. He was like, yeah, sure, come by anytime. He was like, I'll pay you for the pictures. I said, don't worry about paying me for the pictures. I'll give you the pictures, but I was going to give it to him anyway. So I'll give you the pictures. Just let me use the space. And he did. So big shout out to him. And but that's the type of situations I've been having happen for me. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I wrote the movie kind of with the resources, my resources in mind. You know what I'm saying? What I knew I could use, what I knew I couldn't.
Right.
And yeah, and it just came together so well. And then with the actors we have involved, and I really feel like we have Rochester and Cleveland's best working with this film, and I just feel so blessed. I'm blessed to have you a part of it, Rocky. And
I wasn't gonna say anything, you know, because I didn't
Rocky B is one of the main leads in the movie. She plays Justice. She's doing an amazing job, and very blessed to have her on the team.
She got an Oscar. She got an Oscar-winning role.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a hood role. You know, not too many hood roles win Oscars, but
with the
get the hood Oscar.
Role.
But I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share it with Rochester because a lot of people say Rochester has the crab in the barrel mentality, but with how I think, I believe that if you think that, it's going to continue to be that. But if you think different and you put your mind somewhere else, as if thinking people will work together and work with you, then it'll happen. It's all about how your mind works, man. If you think and believe it, you can achieve it. And that's really how I live my life.
I feel like I'm in Don't Be a Menace, right? Don't Be a Menace. He just spitting some jewels. So can we give us a little briefing on what the movie is about without telling us too much about the movie?
So the movie is about two brothers that start a rental car company through racial adversity, and that's really what it is. But it's really a ride. It's crazy. I took inspiration from Friday, The Wash. I got the hook up, Paper Soldiers. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I love those kind of movies. I love those kind of comedies. Other comedies like I got the hook up. Don't Be a Menace to South Chester while drinking juice in the hood, and those type of movies. I love those kind of comedies. So I tried my best to incorporate those kind of things within the movie. So yeah, but it's about two brothers that started a rental car company in the hood through racial adversity, and they get themselves into a situation by finding some drugs in one of their rental cars, and they end up flipping it, and then the person whose drugs it is, they find out who they are, and then it goes from there. It's a crazy ride.
It's a crazy ride. Listen, when that movie drops, it's gonna just put Rochester on the map. And we have here one of the main characters, one of the brothers, Lil. Well, we can't say that word.
Say that.
Yeah.
Kevin Mays.
Lil Fu.
We have Lil Fu in the building. Kevin Mays. Now, so how did this relationship?
How did I meet Good News?
Yeah, how did this happen?
Well,
man,
my older brother is a Kappa as well.
Oh.
So they like peanut butter and jelly, you know what I'm saying? So he's my older brother, and I also was a part of Front Work. I was an artist at Front Work.
He was an artist at Front Work. Making beats. I used to make beats, y'all.
Used to make beats, and he used to shoot out to camera, man. It was crazy, man.
So yeah, big. Like I said, we have Front Work Entertainment. We have artists from Front Work. Kev is one of our artists. Kev is an amazing rapper, lyricist. So y'all got to make sure y'all check his music out. But he's also an extremely creative, talented person, just in general. Like since I knew Kev, he's always been extremely funny. Like whatever situation you put him in, he can make light of it, and he'll make you laugh just by being him.
Oh, you trying to be like me?
You trying to be like me? So what happened was I'm writing this movie, and big shout out to Gary Fields. He plays Dookie in the movie. Wish he could have been here with us. Big shout out to him. He plays Kev's brother, but as I was writing the movie, I actually had somebody else in mind for the part, and I feel bad he's not a part of it, but I definitely still got him a part of it. Shout out to Taj Mahal, he's an extremely talented person, so I actually had him in mind for the role. But as I was writing the script, I could not get Kev's voice out my head.
Pause, man.
Pause, man. Y'all know what I mean, man. Come on. I'm writing the script, and as I'm writing the script, I hear Kev saying the words, and I'm like, this must be God, because I can't get this out of my head. So I had to call T-Dash, and he understood what I was saying. He's still a part of the movie, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I called Kev like, yo, cuz I got this movie, you got to play one of the lead roles. And he just, call me, let me know when you need me, and he's been here ever since. So. And
you know what? And it's funny because when I read the script, I pictured someone like him, and for him to be that person I pictured, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You wrote this for him, and that's what I initially thought. Like, oh yeah, he definitely had this guy in mind, because that's your personality all day.
I'm just being myself in the movie.
That's you being yourself. Are you an actor? What do you do?
I'm a comedian, and I'm a funny. So my funny was my gift from God. You know, God gives everyone a gift. A gift is something that you don't have to work at. It just comes natural. And that's my funny. But I picked up music as my love, and I wanted everyone to take me seriously. But music, I strayed away from the funny. But Now it's
you
not
can't stray away
you
from your
gotta
gift.
put everything together.
Yes.
You gotta mash it together and make it work. Make something out of nothing.
Right.
So that's what it is.
So you live in Ohio.
I live in Cleveland. Yeah.
So you travel
Yeah. I
back
travel
and
for
forth.
my brother. I believe in him.
Ooh.
I believe in him. Everybody believes in him. Everybody in this movie believes in him.
Yes.
He just basically just took all his friends and broadcasting their talents.
That's a fact.
That's what he doing. He helping everybody out, and we helping him out. We gon' teamwork made the dream work.
So when you read the script, did you say,
I was
This
like, I
is-
ain't got to do nothing.
I
was like,
this ain't no work.
I just put a couple curse words in there every now and then, pauses in there. That's
Right.
basically all I had to do. You know what I'm saying?
I literally wrote it so people could just, the people that I know, because
They
it's
can
like
add to their script.
because a lot of people be like, you didn't put me in the movie, but what I did was I literally handpicked the people that I really seen in that role, and luckily I was able to get everybody that I wanted to be a part of those roles. So
the frontin', I shall call you out now,
Okay.
because initially the role that I play wasn't written for me.
it wasn't. It was written for. Actually, it was written for Sania Sama. It was written for. It was written for Sania, and she wasn't able to do it. She got pregnant, and then I had somebody else that was gonna do it, but I didn't think it was gonna work out. And then as I really had to sit down and think about it. I said, well, who do I know that could pull this part
make
off?
This sound real good. Please
Rocky
make it
B,
sound
people.
good.
I had to get
Rocky B.
Yeah.
I can see why your psychology degree is working.
Yeah,
right now.
right, exactly. He's trying to mind me right now.
Real talk.
He's finessing
He's
this.
trying to little fool you right now.
One thing I believe, there's no coincidences.
That's true.
There's no
Right.
coincidences. So for you to be a part of this movie, that's what was supposed to happen. That's exactly what was supposed to happen.
Right. So filming with Good News, there's moments where he gets frustrated. What is
Hilarious.
He gets really frustrated. You're dealing with a whole lot of personalities, and and it's a comedy. So there's moments where we're like, okay, we want to laugh, and you want to work, but we want to laugh.
I gotta keep everybody in line.
Right.
Time is
It's
money.
hilarious.
When you're dealing with a whole bunch of funny people, it's like as soon as you might say cut, and then they still making everybody laugh, and I'm like, wait, hold on, no, stop, we gotta keep going.
Come on,
no,
guys.
stop. Wait, hold on.
And like when we was doing the boxing scene, I'm like, bro, you doing it too bad. And I'm ready, guys. And okay. And action. News. Shut up, man.
If you don't do that, it's like we gonna waste a whole bunch of time. So I try my best to keep things rolling, man, because this process is new to me.
He does a good job, though.
He does a great
But he
job.
hasn't flipped out or choked anybody yet.
Nothing. I think because he be
meditating.
in the clouds.
You see when we got the Burger King the other night?
He's in the clouds.
You see we got that
somewhere.
Burger King the other night? He sat in the corner and just started meditating and reading the script like this.
I had to go meditate, read the script because it was. And the reason I did that, it wasn't because I was frustrated. It was because I was trying to visualize how I wanted the rest of the scene to go.
Message.
Sometimes it's not like the look on my face might be frustration, but it's more, I'm more focused and trying to figure out exactly how to put everything together, because having to reshoot something is something I don't want to have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially dealing with something like this, you have to really take everybody's time into consideration, because a lot of, like you said, Kev, a lot of people are doing this because they believe in me, so I don't want to waste people's time, and I don't want I want them to feel good about what they're doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I always try to make sure that, like I said, I meditate on the scenes, visualize exactly how I want it to go. And during the time that we're shooting, I have to be the focused one, because everybody else has to be themselves and bring the funny. So I have to be that one to kind of be a little more stern, say, okay, we got to stop playing. Let's get back to work.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, everybody knows I'm a super nice person already, so I think.
Yeah, we always get a text the next morning like, I'm sorry.
Right.
If I seemed tense. Like, okay, Good News, you're okay.
I be feeling bad, man. Because all these people that are part of this movie, they're really my friends. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody dearly that's a part of this. So it's like, I never want to come across like an a-hole or anything like that, because my intentions are really pure.
And you know what? And it's amazing to see everything unfold and go how it is, because this is a lot of work. It's dedication.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, 2016 to now, we've been working.
2016 to now. So do you have a release date in mind?
We're looking at midsummer, early fall. That's what I'm looking at right now. We basically are about 75% done shooting the scenes. We got a couple more scenes to shoot.
How long do we got? Like an hour or something of footage?
We got about, now with the new footage we just put in, it's like an hour and 15 minutes right now with what we already have. The movie itself will probably be an hour and 45 minutes, I'm thinking.
Okay.
So you're shooting and editing at the same time?
No. Well, what I'm doing is called timelining. So it's a difference than actually editing. I'm taking the clips and I'm putting in the order of how I think it should go. And then I give that timeline to my brother and his team, and they're going to take it, organize the footage, and then put it all together. Like, they might not use every single thing that I put in it, so they might take some stuff out so it flows faster, flows a little bit smoother and stuff like that. But I'm just putting it together so I can see how it looks, make sure we got the right shots, and then when he sees it, he'll understand the vision of the movie and then take it to the next level.
Run a Ride. If you haven't seen the trailer, please go check it out. That trailer speaks. The quality of it. It looks. Are we taking it to Netflix?
Yeah, we have a couple of different options right now on the table for it.
My cousin work at Netflix.
No, you be serious? Are you serious? You can't even tell if he's being funny or.
I went to school with him.
You went to school with that nigga?
Yeah, man. Went to school with him. We gonna get this on Netflix, y'all. Okay.
Are you being serious?
No, I don't know nobody work at Netflix. I don't even pay my Netflix bill on time. Missing all my shows. Got to catch up on Gotham and everything.
You know, he's fire stick. You know, exactly. I was about to say, he's still lying. He got a fire stick just like everybody else.
Fire stick.
But luckily, I have a couple connections, and I'm working with those connections right now. But I'm determined to get it somewhere. So whether it's at Netflix or Hulu, it's going to be on some type of streaming platform. I plan on doing some type of red carpet release. I want this to be something special for Rochester. So
we coming out with tuxedos, y'all.
Yes.
Red carpet.
And on behalf of all the local actors and actresses in the movie, thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
For bringing this to life. This is your baby. This is going to be your baby.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is Rochester has so much talent. Not even just from acting to makeup artists to photographers, DJs, radio hosts, artists that actually draw, like painters. I mean, Rochester is it's filled with amazingly talented people. And one thing is, when people leave Rochester, they usually become the top of what they do in the area they go to. People that left to go to Atlanta or LA, and all my friends that I know, they now are basically at the top of their game and what they do and at their level. So I just said, instead of people having to leave Rochester, let's try to build something here so the talented people, so the talent could be exposed. So with Run a Ride, because this isn't the only movie we're gonna do. I have like 3 or 4 movies that I plan on doing already. Yes. I want to build a team like an Adam Sandler or a Seth Rogen, how he has a lot of the same people in the movies, but they're like different plots. You know what I'm saying? Different things, different people starring them. So that's what I want to build here in Rochester. So and big shout out to the production team too that's been working on it. They're amazing. Chris Johnson, Albert Jones, Jap Photography, my boy Jay.
We appreciate you,
Farrah, everybody that comes together to make the actual shots happen. Amazing crew. Chantel Brown with the audio. Amazing crew. So
we gotta have a Rent a Ride picnic for everybody.
That would be awesome.
Let's have a Rent a Ride, because the weather was breaking the other day, but now it's snow outside, and we was gonna barbecue. You want to say yesterday, or the day before? But we gonna plan something.
Well, definitely when we gotta do something.
It's amazing. So what do you gotta say for the people that's like, I'm not in the movie. Seems like everybody in Rochester's in the movie. I'm not in the movie. What you gotta say to those people?
All I have to say is
next movie.
Yeah, that and
or look for the post. We definitely post when we need extras for scenes.
I posted.
I don't never show up.
I posted for extras for the club scene. We had a handful of show up.
Everybody want to be a star. You gotta start from the bottom.
We posted extras for the one scene we just did.
What happened? The SWAT scene at the gym. No shows.
Well, we had a pretty decent turnout for the SWAT team. Big shout out to Easy Work. Lucky, because Lucky brought a big part of the Easy Work team to come be a part of the SWAT team.
Shout out Willie and them.
But I have tried my best to put as many people as I possibly can. The barbershop scene has a lot of cameos in it too. So honestly, I feel like if you haven't had the opportunity to be a part of it, maybe you should pay attention to the post a little bit more.
And you know what it is? The people that are in it now is people that believe in you right now. But when this drops, everybody's gonna be like,
bandwagon.
They have to see it to believe it. And when it drops, you're gonna have extras lined up. You're gonna have extras auditions.
They're gonna be like, I went to school
with him.
I went to school with you.
With the Rundown with your girl Rocky B. I got my boy Good News. Thank you for stopping by. I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm gonna let my boy DJ Stunt rock out. But you know what? Each and every Monday right here from 4600.9 FM, Rocky B, DJ Stunt.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Yeah, you know, Sled Pipe Inside is representing for Power Squad, you know, Martin, yo, DJ 630, yo, JK, Tiger Tie, yo, Stunt, yo, Wire, yo, B. One time, well, stand up, one up.